I think it's so interesting that no matter which leaders, they just decide to ignore people. Something new that's happened that hasn't always been around, that's not a good thing, is that we didn't used to be a society that disregarded the middle-aged and the elderly because of innovation, because of tech. We are now that society. We are. In fact, I just seen it, it brought tears to my eyes. A YouTube video about how the baby boomers, they're ready to die. They're looking forward to dying. They're not afraid. They're not interested, and they can't even keep up with the tech bullshit as it is, but with how much they've been disregarded by the younger society, which the good old holy Charlie Kirk helped create that bullshit, blaming the baby boomers for everything. But yet they're just disregarded, and they're just, there was a time when people looked to the older with respect, and we don't even live in a world anymore that respects even my generation, let alone the older. But then you have your older elites, okay, that seem to just disregard that completely. It's so sick that it is let's cater only to the young. What does that say about society? It's not, believe me, it's not a good thing in God's eyes. I don't care what the chosen people say. It is not. Part of this argument with money is that, the Old Testament, God makes it clear, well, I give the wealth. And I've explained why he would do that. He did that much to get good behavior. However, he said the dangers of it. I see an America that only cares about wealth, financial wealth, places the financial wealth ahead of the spiritual wealth, the spiritual healthiness. And then you have this is what the prosperity churches, in my opinion, were created for, so that we can serve Caesar and serve the Lord. Are you serving the Lord? No. No, you can tell yourself you are. But when you didn't follow the way Jesus did it, then I've thought about this for so long. I'm like, then how do they get around it? I don't think you can. Because at the end of the day, the people in rags and the people in the fancy suits will all be before God. And he will be the final ledger. There's never been any, as much as I've liked presidents, there's never been any that put the people first that should be put first. They don't put the people that do the right thing first. They don't put the poor first. Why? Because every kingdom ran around and said, even America, you can have your dreams, but you have to work hard to get to it. When was Jesus saying that? And I don't care what the damn prosperity churches say. Jesus' life showed something totally different. So how they, again, it baffles me. I run it around in my head. I'm like, God, how do any of them get around it? And God says they don't. They've received their reward. So as you watch the elites of the world just obsessively need more and more wealth and money and the world fall all over how great that is. Just remember to tell yourself they received their reward. If they received their reward, what God, at least in the Old Testament, wanted was that there should be, I will look down on your country if you have poor people. What does the world say? Well, if you're poor, it's your fault. But you've eliminated people from society using technology. I mean, eliminated certain demographics. And none of you care. I mean, I think about how I spent all the summer of 2020 contacting the DOJ, and that was under Trump. DOJ, FBI, with information that was important, not just, me complaining or anything, that I thought would be, something when it's a national security threat, that it would be of an importance, and it wasn't. It wasn't important to the FBI, it wasn't important to the government, it wasn't important to the White House, it wasn't important to the DOJ. And it's like, because you all take your positions to protect the system. And what are you protecting? It makes me wonder if any of you even really believe in God, or if you just use it as a talking point. I mean, I was just reporting to them something that, was a national security risk, but I wasn't trying to get anything out of it at all. And they still didn't give a shit. And then seeing literally baby boomers, like this video that I watched, and the title was that baby boomers are ready to die. And there were so many people that were put their age in there, even some, Gen Xers that are closer to the baby boomer side, that were saying, I'm ready to go. I don't recognize this world. I don't like it. It's all about it's fast-paced innovation and disregarding people. And then you got the holy person Charlie Kirk that the Trumps wanted to promote so much, who then him and others went on to blame a whole generation of people older than them. And then we're supposed to call that godly. We're supposed to call that man holy. And I mean, I've been a Trump supporter, so but I call it like I see it. That's just total bullshit. And at this point, all I see is it's all about you and your positions and your status and your wealth and your greatness. And it's like, but God says that when you disregard the least, He's taking account of it. I mean, I guess maybe these people just figured, no, I'll never face God, that it doesn't matter what Jesus said, it doesn't matter how He lived, it only matters, sometimes you want to give leaders time because you think, oh, maybe you want to make excuses for them because you think that, they're doing it for this reason and that reason. And it's like, but when they all just do the same thing, and now we've reached a place where literally people are, there's a video up, and it's by a Gen Xer really that's putting it up, and he's really praising the baby boomers, like, I'm sorry, nobody should be treated like this. But then look at the wealthy baby boomers, the people that could be doing something about it, but don't. Just encourage the more, let's fast forward tech even more. Or then Elon carrying on about, oh, we have a society full of apathy. Well, I mean, Elon, you can put yourself at the top of the list that helped create that. But what does Trump do? Let's embrace them. All of you embrace the very things while you tell people to return to God. You're hypocrites.